Hi, this is John from Waukegan, Illinois. I just want to give you a quick lesson on flying quadcopters. I have a flying 3D 6X here. It was about $200. It has GPS, comes with a nice transmitter. I'm putting in a voltage alarm right here, right now, to monitor my voltage, so I make sure I bring it down before it runs out of battery. Yeah, the lights will blink red too when it gets low, but this gives me a better indication. You can't always see the lights. Oh, I forgot to turn this on. Normally you turn your transmitter on first. And the other thing, this has telemetry that'll send the information from the quadcopter back. It's hard to, I don't look at it though when I'm flying, it's too much to do. The satellites here, you generally wait till you get 6 satellites, but I'm not going to fly it in GPS mode. I'm on manual. Both of those are up and normal, so I'm not going to use the return to home function. But for most people, you'd want to wait for satellites, which could be anywhere from 1 to 10 minutes to get your satellite. It's all in. Okay, to start it, this one you just go like that. First thing you want to learn is just to go like forward and back, or probably up and down would be the first thing. Is just learn to go up and down, then forward and back, left to right. Just getting used to it. You need to go through about 12 batteries of just your basic flying. You control one item at a time, and what you need to do is get so you could control more than one item at a time. Once you fly it about 12 times and get the hang of everything, then you start taking it for some walks. Bring it down, okay. And we'll just take it for a walk over to the park where we can do some flying. Yeah, I'm up to 6 satellites already. Although I didn't get what you need to do to return to home is you need to get a satellite fixed where you're starting from. Because right now I'm probably starting in somewhere near the equator with a 0-0 coordinate. Probably south of England somewhere. So return to home does not do you much good. In fact, it could cause you some real harm by flying away. But yeah, once you get it out in the open, then you can go forward and back. I have this in manual mode. There's 3 modes. There's altitude mode, which runs off a pressure sensor. Then there's GPS mode that runs off your satellites. But once you get it out here and able to fly, after about 12 times, then you want to start doing some walking it for about 12 times, 12 batteries. Then after that, the next step would be to start doing some circles. Keep the back of the quad toward you. So it's just like you're standing still running the quad, except for you're beginning to learn how to use the rudder. That's the left stick pushing it left to right. So you just get the rudder technique going. So you just keep the rear of the quad facing you, and you do about 12 batteries like that. After you do those 12 batteries, then you go to the next step, which is to rotate the quad so the front is looking forward. That's the green propellers on the front, the black ones on the back. And then from there, you do maybe 12 batteries just going around in circles. And that gets you in control of your rudder, and you're always adjusting 2 or 3 things at once. Your speed up and down, your pitch forward, your roll side to side, and then your rudder to make it turn. And then after you do that a few times, then you could get it going around in circles again. So it's all a matter of getting used to controls and doing 3-4 things at once. You got your velocity, you got your propeller RPMs, which is your throttle up and down. You got your rudder, which is I'm using to go around in circles to turn. Those are on your left stick. Your right stick, you got pitch forward, which gives you your actual speed. You pitch it forward, it goes faster. You pull, and then you got your roll, which is side to side, which is right or left. So those are your controls. You got to get used to them, and it takes probably about 30 or 40 flights before you do that. Then the hardest thing to learn is you're putting yourself into the quad like you're driving it, because if it's coming toward you, it's no longer you push right and you go right, it goes left, it goes the opposite way. So you got to put your mind into the quadcopter like you're actually flying it, and that's the hardest thing for beginners to learn. It'll all of a sudden come to you and it just becomes second nature. I don't know how it happens. I think it's just experience. So that's the hardest thing there is to learning to fly these things. This is about a $200 quad. You could get quads down to $14 that work pretty nice and are great to learn with, because if you lose it, it doesn't take a big bite, and it's nice to lose one or two, so you know how important it is not to lose it. You don't want to lose a $200 one or a $1,200 quad. I put my name and phone number on them, but that could still happen. This will fly for about 7-8 minutes on a standard 1000 milliamp battery. But yeah, you could practice going low or going out further speed. But after this, then it becomes a matter, your next thing you learn is how to actually fly. We're not. I'm hoping this hat camera works, my Mobius. But yeah, to actually learn how to fly, and it just becomes second nature, but it takes probably 40-50 times to learn this. And like I said, the hardest thing after you get started is to just be able to put your mind that you're inside the quad steering it. FPV, first person view, works good to do that, but you hate to jump all that way at the beginning, because you really should know how to fly one of these things by line of sight. It's really something that if you're really into the sport, you should learn to do. And like I said, start off with a cheap quad, Hubsan X4. They're probably your most popular one out there. They're around 40-50 bucks. They're pretty durable, they're fast, they have a couple different setup procedures, or for tilt, for like beginner or pro or expert mode, I guess they call it. So it has 2 of them. A bunch of them have 3 different modes, but a little windy today once you get it up in the air. Yeah, wind is another thing. It's nice to work into the wind. That way, if you have a problem, it'll blow back and you won't get away from you. The other thing is where the sun is. It's nice to have the sun at your back so you don't lose it in the sun. Whoops, I ran out of batteries. I should reset this so I would have caught that.